Alrighty.
Are we good?
We are good as a dodo.
Good at... Dodos are extinct. Is that what you're trying to say about
They're doing pretty good, I guess. Nothing can hurt you if you don't exist.
True.
Okay. Well, welcome to... We'll go with that. Welcome to our final video for our E3 2018 coverage. As always, I'm Beazley. That's Matthew. That's Sean.
As always, I'm Matthew.
And yeah, so lucky last thing to cover is the Nintendo Direct that was at E3 this year.
Directly to you.
So yeah, fire away, Matty. What was first off the ranks?
Opened with some weebs.
It opened up with a lot of weebs.
Is it Demon Cross Machina or Damon Cross Machina?
It was mechs
say...
fighting each other with explosions and heavy metal going for a solid like
spelt
4
I think it's meant to be Demon Cross Machina, but it's just spelt. Stylish.
It's definitely spelled. It's definitely Mechana. I don't know about the other one. I don't know. Would they say Damon?
D-A-E.
Damon.
Is that door shut properly?
Damon. I'll check.
Sorry, we have escaping cats possibly.
Oh, it's not closed properly. Riku, get back here.
So while Sean's chasing Riku down, who's decided to escape, yeah. So it was like a weird.
It looks interesting. I really liked the art style of it.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the game outside of that. So.
Because that was new announcement. That wasn't a new game that has been covered at all. So
yeah, no, that was no.
Oh, there goes Riku. Bye, Riku. So yeah, that was cool. And then after that, we had
the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yes.
So it was cool to see an expansion pack for that. A game that I still haven't gotten around to playing yet.
No, I haven't played that either.
I do talking about weeb shit?
No, we're on to...
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
And then from there is when it got to the stuff that I think we really
reacted to.
It was after that Reggie came on the screen, wasn't it?
Oh, that's everything. You look, Reggie is...
So, yeah.
Reggie fils-aime?
Reggie
no,
fils-aime.
Fils-aime.
It is spelt that way though.
Fils-aime.
Reggie feels anime.
Then they announced Super Mario Party.
Yeah.
Which looked like it was going back to basics of like kind of normal Mario Party.
None of that fucking people versing Bowser who's ridiculously overpowered shit.
Yeah, the last iteration of Mario Party sucked.
We should give it a try again.
Yeah.
I liked the amiibo mode.
Yeah, the amiibo
mode was good.
I think that was
some of the mini games were fun, but most of it.
I think that was the saving grace for that was
Maybe we should do a let's play it.
Maybe.
Yeah, coming directly to you.
Rest in peace, Mr. Iwata.
Yeah, I thought the board game stuff looked decent, but then the way they were doing all the unique mini games in it, like
and Goomba's a playable character. Don't forget that.
That was something. Oh yeah, because he was riding a unicycle at one stage or a track or something, wasn't he? Was that one of the mini games?
He was walking around on one of the balls. He actually appeared in quite a few mini games. I just didn't notice him until near the end when I was like, oh, okay, this is a new Mario Party game. You're taking in all the bright colours. You're like, oh shit, there's a Goomba you can play as. That's kind of cool.
It's good to see that we can get that on the Switch.
They did the thing where you're putting your switches together and it kind of knows where it's sitting.
Yeah, and you do the swipe,
that was cool.
And then it connects like...
That was very, very cool.
And then like putting the switches back to back and having like the catches on one side and then the...
Yeah, it was really, really cool to see that. Like... I'm very excited. It's so good to see Switch support with like multiple consoles in that way.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So
yeah, no, that was
definitely keen to see how that actually works.
Good to see a Mario Party. We knew we were going to get one on Switch eventually, but yeah, no, it's good. Hopefully, it goes back to
especially this early on as well.
GameCube era Mario Party would be one.
100%. I can strongly say
GameCube
that,
was the last ones that I really liked. So.
Yeah. So
then after that was a big surprise.
What was that?
Fortnite on Switch.
Not
a surprise at all.
No.
Yeah, that was like an early leak from a while ago now.
But that's good, and it's out. You can get it now.
Yes,
I already downloaded it,
which is very cool.
So yeah, and it's cross
messing around with it.
Is it it's cross-platform?
Cross-play between Xbox, PC, and mobile.
Get your shit together, Sony.
Yeah, we've had a long, hard discussion about that, but
I think for the most part, we're going to try and move away from playing games like that on PlayStation.
Yeah,
just because it's just not worth getting invested on a console like that. So, and even at least for me, like I would say I'm a Sony fanboy, I guess.
I can definitely agree that I am a Sony fanboy.
Lately, it's just feeling like maybe we should kind of not be, as well as that console's doing. Like it's
just ironic that a company like Nintendo that is so protective or has been over its IP,
has been,
is the one that is willing to work with another company. But it's because Sony's got the share of the market, so they don't care.
Exactly, they've got the upper hand at the moment.
If they were in Xbox or even Switch's position at the moment, this wouldn't be a thing. It's just their own arrogance blocking the fact that they're isolating their own.
Yeah, if everyone was doing as well as each other and Sony didn't have the upper hand in the market, there wouldn't be any thing that they would have to...
I'm kind of fine settling into the point now where my PS4 is just going to be for exclusives and I'll start playing my other games elsewhere.
Exactly. The reason I am a big Sony fan is because Sony has exclusives, which I love and care about.
Amazing exclusives.
I'm just going to have to make sure I bully Kempy to the point that he buys either a Switch or an Xbox.
Or you can just go to our GoFundMe.
I'm not helping him that much.
Buy Kempy a Switch.
.com.au.
So after that, they showed a little bit of Pokemon Let's Go, which is stuff we had already seen, except for the bit that he announced that when you buy the Pokeball for it, it'll come with a Mew already inside of it.
That's awesome.
That was really cool. And I actually missed that the first watching it and reading it. I was like, it actually comes with a Mew. That's really fucking cool.
They've now announced a bundle for the whole lot.
It hasn't shown up in Australia yet, last I checked.
But there is a bundle.
As soon as that does, I want to pre-order that.
Yeah.
Then Fire Emblem, which I was surprised
going to say before we jump to that, the release date for Pokemon as well was...
when is it? November 16th?
16th,
yeah.
Something or 14th or 16th?
Around there.
Yeah, so it's November.
Really not long to wait.
No, and that's a typical sort of time for Pokemon games.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, Pokemon's been coming out in November.
It'll be interesting
but considering at the beginning of the year, I would have said we weren't getting a Pokemon this year.
Yeah.
It is cool too.
I mean,
and then there is also the big mainline Pokemon game, which
they're saying mid next year. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed to November.
I hope so.
November is a release time most commonly.
It's kind of like the whole Star Wars movies problem, where even Pokemon games being yearly, I'm kind of just finishing up with a game not long before the new one comes out, so then I don't end up playing the new one.
It's exactly the same as Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed gets that exhaustion where it's that's why Origin sold so well, is because they had some time between games.
Games that big don't really need to be yearly releases.
No, exactly. Especially Pokemon.
Can you imagine if we got a Zelda game every bloody year? I think I'd have I know they're releasing remakes and that, but I'm talking a new release. I think I'd have a heart attack. Having them every couple of years is good.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. With Pokemon especially because the first 4, even 5 generations was it was every few years. It was really exciting when you saw a new Pokemon. And then by the time X and Y came out, it was awesome when they did that. And then they're like, okay, let's put out
it was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I skipped, and then Sun and Moon I played, and then Ultra Sun and Moon I skipped.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're like, hey, we'll put in new Pokemon, or Pokemon that are older, but you still care about them.
Yeah.
But because it was so consistently, it was just I just don't care about new Pokemon anymore.
Not even skipped because I didn't think I would like them, just skipped because probably only a few months prior, I had kind of stopped playing the last one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the new one comes out and it's just
That's the thing as well. And it's they don't understand that, obviously a lot of people do buy games on release day. But with games like X and Y, I didn't start playing that until 3 months after its release.
That's right, yeah. I'm going to probably put a decent amount of time into the new one. So.
That's Kyle's feet. Hey, Kyle.
So then after that, they went on to Fire Emblem, which was surprising to see. Gameplay on looked very early. I think it's going to change a lot by the end of it, and they didn't really talk about the game at all outside of just showing that bit of gameplay. So it'll be interesting to see how much it changes.
And that did that get a release date as well? I'm pretty sure that got.
I don't think so.
No, it was just a teaser.
Just Fire Emblem 3 Houses. If that means anything. Yeah, exactly.
Didn't know this existed. I know the hype.
So if I go wait, alright, my thing's crashed. But after that, they showed Overcooked 2, which was the announcement of Overcooked 2.
Which, again...
was leaked, but like...
was leaked. Beazley didn't know about it, which he was super... He was like, oh my god, Overcooked 2! We're like, okay, cool, they're officially announced it.
I was so excited.
So that is Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It's cool that they got Nintendo to announce it. Like,
yeah, so announced it through Nintendo Direct, available for pre-order straight away.
Yeah.
If you pre-order it, you get 5 additional chefs.
Yeah.
6 if you pre-order on Switch. Switch has an exclusive chef.
I hope it's Mario. I hope it's Waluigi, but...
That'll be Cooking Mama.
Cooking... Oh, that would be... Can you imagine? That would actually be really cool.
Yeah, no, I'm super keen for that.
Because that was in the reel of just like games, which is like, oh, here's a bunch of third-party releases.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hollow Knight as well was in that reel. Was that?
Yeah, there was a whole heap of stuff in that reel.
Yeah, so after that, they showed
like a highlight reel of all the games that are coming out. Or was that later on in the?
Yeah, a little bit later. They announced Killer Queen Black, which is an arcade game, is for the first time getting a release not.
Yeah, that was
on anything other than arcades.
What was it? That was... What kind of game was that? I can't remember. I think
like the side-scrolling, really pixelated looking. Like
yeah, when it's got like... And it's like up to 8 people in a match or something. It's like
something
up
like
to
that,
44. Yeah. Which that looked really cool. I was pretty pumped for that. So.
And then after that was Hollow Knight.
Yeah, and Hollow Knight
looks amazing.
Yeah,
which I think was a Kickstarter game or something.
It was. So Hollow Knight's been making
the
rounds on the internet for the last 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it's an Australian-made game,
which is really cool. And then Nintendo officially announcing it and saying it's coming to Switch.
And it's really cheap. It's like $15, $17, something like that.
And that was available today as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
That's out now. Yeah, you can get that.
So I might have to give that one a try.
There's and then they also just showed a highlight reel of stuff. There was Minecraft, obviously, which is coming out later this month.
Yeah, so they did that right before they start on Smash Bros. They went through a highlight reel that showed games already out, games about to come out, games that they announced.
A lot of indie stuff, a lot of...
and then there was they just threw some release dates on stuff, which didn't really have release dates as well. In that reel, so.
They announced that there's going to be a second demo for Octopath Traveler, which
Project
comes out
Octopath
Traveler. It's lost the project. It's no longer a project.
Lost all the projects.
It's no longer POT, it's just OT.
Yeah, so I might give that demo a try. Like, it looks like an interesting game.
Yeah.
And then from there, they did the highlight reel and then finished it off with Smash Bros. And
there are so many things that I just... Smash Bros.
It was watching the Smash Bros. Direct. Like, I like Smash Bros, but it's kind of one of those games where it's like I'll buy it because I like Smash Bros, but it's not one of those games which I really like to invest.
Yeah, you know what you're getting, and especially with this one being the Ultimate Edition, it is just like
they've taken all the aspects from the last two and just and added extra shit.
Yeah,
just brought it all together.
So they did go really in depth for here's everything you've already played before.
That great thing when he was just like, oh yeah, here's all the characters you're gonna get in and the number was when they appeared in
that was
Smash
cool.
Bros.
That was cool.
And then he showed the real, and it just kept going, and then they got to Snake, which was just I was so fucking excited when Snake came out, and then
he kind of did the thing where it was so we're going to have this character, and then this character, and then this character, and then this character, and it went on and on and on and on and on. And then it missed a bunch of characters, and then at the end was all the characters are coming.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When it got to
was like a Beazley thing where he told a story, just really... Rather than saying, all the characters are going to be in the game, he was like, so this character's going to be in it at this character.
I'll come clean. I wrote the script for that bit.
the format worked so well, though, because it was
it was a nice build-up.
It was
when it finally did,
and it was
as
it just got more and more, I was like, they're putting every single character in Smash Bros. In this. They are literally
Sean, I've got 2 words for you. Ice climbers.
I didn't need Ice Climbers to come back. Nobody wanted Ice Climbers to come back.
Pichu's back.
Pichu's cool. I mean, Ice Climbers are probably fine, I guess.
Young Link, Sonic and Snake.
When and they're saying this is the first time all 3 Links have been in the same Smash Bros. Game.
And David Hayter is voicing Snake in this game.
Yes, I did see that. That is very, very cool. So I'm very excited.
Because obviously even the last time Snake was voiced by somebody, it wasn't him. In the last 2 games.
They've changed the style of some of them. Link is his Breath of the Wild Link, and Zelda is
Link Between Worlds Zelda.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds. But then also they did tease other costumes, so I have a very strong feeling they're gonna bring them out with alternate costumes.
Yeah, I hope so. And then the Inklings are getting different costumes.
Yeah, like Inklings
And-
getting
All their
different-
variants,
All their
yeah,
variants have
and
different like hats.
Who else
Their
has-
ink actually works. You've actually got to
You've
dunk
actually
down
gotta
go
into their
underneath
ink
and-
to...
They put a real focus on giving some of these characters their unique stuff that they have in their own games.
Yeah.
even more so this time around.
There
than
was
they ever
lots
do.
of.
Yeah.
They've
was-
even changed some of like the defense stuff, the shield.
The point system, like everything, it was really cool because while watching this, especially with the Inkling stuff, it was like I felt like I was watching it, and they're doing that thing where PlayStation All Stars did, where PlayStation All Stars did that thing where it was like if you press the button that you would press in Ratchet and Clank, it would do the same thing as in Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like that's what I felt like with the Inkling thing when it was like, oh yeah, you do this and you've actually got to swim in the ink. I was like, holy shit! Like it's actually catering to the characters inside the game more than just being like, let's just slap them all on there, give them default moves, and then like make them fight each other.
Even down to the point where like Ryu is a little bit different for 1v1 matches where the characters will always face each other.
Yeah, like he'll always face the characters because that's how it is in Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
No,
such a
that's
cool little touch that only is there if it's a 1v1
There's
match.
there's lots of
Like,
little
that's
tweaks
really
that
awesome.
they've done that across the board, and then obviously we're bringing together all the Wii U levels, all the 3DS levels, and some new stuff. I love the look of Moray Towers. Moray Towers.
It'll be
was
cool
More
to
amazing.
see.
Towers is a cool looking map.
Like
yeah.
obviously between now and launch, we'll probably get another maybe couple of characters.
Well, that's the thing.
There's
like,
not
Oh,
gonna be
that-
many.
that-
But it was
Daisy.
Daisy was a big thing. No Waluigi, which that's fine. Like the Waluigi's in it, but he's a fucking assist trophy. But
And
that's fine.
Obviously, the big one, which people been wanting for such a long time.
Yeah, years
even
and
more
years.
so than Waluigi, obviously, is Ridley,
Yeah.
which is it'll be interesting to see how Ridley plays.
Daisy, I was excited about. Ridley, I didn't give a shit about, but I hope they
Ridley
announce
will
some
be
more.
like, I'm sure Ridley will be fine to play as. Like,
Maybe. I don't think I'll ever play as him.
No.
But there's so many characters in Smash Bros. I never
There
play
is
as, and there's going to be
lots of
so many
characters,
characters in this one that it's just like, there's going to be so many I'm not going to touch.
well, it's going to be great because when we play random matches, it'll be great fun. 'cause, like, that's the best way to
no.
go.
So it's a huge step. I mean, the last ones were fine. Like there was nothing wrong with the last games at all.
Oh, definitely.
This
not.
is.
I mean,
just-
there was a problem with Brawl. But the Wii U one was a solid
Oh yeah,
game.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
Wii U, and I was talking about the Wii U.
The
3DS
only
era.
problem was that it was like, if I'm playing on the Wii U one, I like these stages on the 3DS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just, that is going to be
Which
nice.
is cool because they put like Spirit Tracks level and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, it's definitely good, and they've announced amiibos for
All pretty much every game.
Splatoon and
Ridley to fill
Ridley.
the...
Which annoys me
gaps,
because
yeah.
I don't know if that's going to fit on my custom shelf.
And then
4 years. Or how long
First
is that?
world
How long is that?
problems, Beazley,
How long is
yeah.
that set been out? Like 4 years or something?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, stop adding them to it, please.
No, keep adding
You're
them to it. I
hurting
love
me.
Smash. But yeah.
So yeah, no, it was good, and that was pretty much it.
yeah, that was it. The
Yeah,
Treehouse afterwards, they played a lot of those games.
They were
in
playing
the
quite a
live
lot of
stream.
those
They
stuff.
played Fortnite, Overcooked, Pokemon, and tons of Smash Bros.
Tons and tons. Like they spent like a good
Between
15,
every other
20
game,
minutes
they
with
were going
Ridley.
back to Smash Bros.
I guess
So-
the only other thing, like, I guess I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't a lot of third-party stuff like we expected.
Yeah, no third-party stuff. A lot
Yeah.
of games they announced last year that we didn't see this year, so we probably won't see until either later this year or early
I
next year.
think there will be another direct. I think before holiday. I think we'll see one around September.
Yeah, I would say we'll have another two
I reckon
at
we'll get
least
two this year.
Yeah,
because we're only halfway there.
Yeah. Well, the other thing which I was like
Is
super
this
excited
the
about.
second or third direct so far?
Third.
I think it's
Third,
the third.
yeah.
Because they did the
Definitely
Pokemon
another
one.
two at least.
We had one early. We had one earlier in the year, and then we had one
Well, a
for,
few months later.
One
yeah.
for Pokemon.
And the Pokemon one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's
Yeah. Yeah. So then the thing I found which is really cool about this direct is like they didn't announce any DLC for anything. I'm pretty sure from memory.
Outside of
Outside of
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, yeah. Except for Xenoblade, like there was nothing which was like, oh, hey, here's DLC for this, which is
Yeah.
cool, but it's also
I was expecting a release date for the Splatoon DLC.
I was-
that was the-
that was the
Have
thing,
one.
but-
It
well,
even
they- no,
showed
they-
up in the direct,
they
but it
didn't-
still was just like summer
Didn't
or
it
whatever
say
it was. No,
it's-
it just
no, it just said 2018 summer. I
summer
think, yeah.
2018 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So we're getting it this year. It'll just be in the well. It says that summer over there, so it's winter here.
yeah. So,
So it's
So
definitely not far off.
It's a couple of months.
But I
maybe.
just kind of wish they'd put a date on it, because especially because they're taking pre-orders, and they took pre-orders ages ago. Like,
Yeah.
I pre-ordered that forever ago. It'll be nice to know when it's coming out.
it would have been nice to have like a Hollow Knight or Fortnite situation where they're like, oh yeah, you can download it today.
I
That would've-
was half expecting that. To be
Yeah,
the
I
case,
was,
honestly,
but
Gilliam.
then because I didn't make a big deal of it, I was like, okay, it's not going to come out. Like,
I guess the only other thing, and it's pretty much the only press conference where I had my dream things to come out was I was hoping for a HD Zelda of some description thing.
Same.
And I was hoping for Skyward Sword.
I mean, that was tons I was hoping for. Details on a new system update so we can finally browse the web.
Actually,
and
surprisingly,
YouTube
they
and messaging and all of
didn't.
that.
Yeah, they didn't go into any of that kind of stuff. They didn't go into anything to do with their online system or any of that. Like,
We'll definitely have another direct before
that.
September.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I think other than that, it was good. It was fine. It was not. Once again, I think that I don't know if you guys agree with me here, but my thoughts on the E3 as a whole is that there was nothing that went, oh my god, it's I think that's very
good
little
because
of that.
if one one conference was specifically like tons better than all the rest, then you just forget about everything. Which is like it's weird because it's like I kind of don't want one to be really good.
I guess it's been such because we're so far into. I mean, other than
yeah,
Nintendo,
we've also got to remember that we're towards the end of the generation for Xbox One and PS4.
Also like
they're going to release the big games that are announced, and then
things are getting leaked quicker and easier these days than ever.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's like.
Smash Bros would have been awesome if it hadn't been leaked.
If they hadn't
that would have been a
leaked it and then they just started showing the character reel, people would have lost their fucking minds.
Exactly.
It would have been crazy.
I think that's because they showed it at the end of the last.
We had the teaser, but then we knew kind of so much going into this 3 leaks of like.
Well,
what
yeah,
it
that's
was
the
gonna
thing with
be
Smash
and that
Bros.
was
Like,
gonna be
there's
kind of-
nothing really unpredictable about a Smash Brothers game. So
No.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, yeah, no. So, anyway, we'll wrap up now.
I was just gonna say,
sorry.
going off of everything of E3, like, what would you say is the highlight of E3 this year? Because this is our final video, I suppose.
I don't know if anything comes to mind.
What was your favorite like conference or direct or like anything like that?
Bethesda's, I guess.
Yeah,
See, that's the exact same for me. I was going to say Bethesda.
I was going to say Bethesda's for me, which is unusual because usually Nintendo's the one.
I was going to say for somebody who barely gives a shit about Bethesda, like, I like Bethesda games, but I don't really care like overly about Fallout
Bethesda
or
impressed me.
Elder Scrolls.
Bethesda impressed me how the way they handled their press conference and what they announced.
Yeah, some nice little surprises.
Yeah.
Worst by far was EA. Like, there's no competition there.
Glad I missed that one.
Do better for next year. Actually, show us some Star Wars games.
Yeah, right.
Everyone will start doing directs now.
They haven't learned ever. Like, it's always some dodgy fucking.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we'll put the social media stuff up. Thanks for watching the E3 coverage this year. We will
like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
There will be some more content coming out at some stage. As I've said, if we're in the process of moving house and everything else. We've got some good stuff hopefully happening in the pipeline when we move. That's what I mean. We got all this space. So once we move to the new house, the Entertaining Diversion podcast will be returning at some stage. Let's Plays will be coming back out. This is why we've been a little bit vague in what's going on. And yeah, we got some big plans moving forward. So hopefully we can get some content happening and be a bit more.
Curtis will slap Beazley in the face again.
No, that's exclusive.
I barely remember what Curtis looks like. So.
Yeah, I miss him.
Who's Curtis?
I haven't seen him in
put up
forever.
the thing and just put a big cross. Alright, no worries. Thanks for tuning in.
My arm is tired.
Yep, and we'll see you next time. So
farewell.
Cheerio.